This used to be the major highway into Zungeru, former capital of northern Nigeria in the colonial era. The traffic is very low these days, and the town has been in steady decline for decades. Life is a struggle. It's even tougher for women. Along what remains of the former highway, Fatima Abubakar takes a short walk to the POS terminal near her house that could change her own fortune. Fatima's mission is to cash a grant of 60,000 naira deposited in her account by the Nigeria for Women project under the individual livelihood grants component. The project, being implemented in 6 states in Nigeria, is a strategic partnership between the federal government and the World Bank aimed at improving livelihoods for women in targeted areas. Fatima is one of those women who qualified to receive the grant through membership of the Women Affinity Group, the platforms established by the Nigeria for Women project for engaging with the women. Fatima gets her cash, but money in hand, she still needs to cross a critical hurdle, and that is the direction her next steps take her. In this highly conservative society, tradition has a powerful influence over almost everything. Fatima needs the blessings of her husband, Mohammed, or her plans, as they say, will be dead on arrival.
Ga abin da aka samu.
Madalla. Nawa suka baku?
60,000.
60,000?
Insha Allah.
Ka Allah sa albarka. Allah sa albarka. Allah sa albarka. 60,000?
Ga yana.
Kai. Alhamdulillah, kai. Na ji daɗi wallahi. Kai. To gashi Allah sanya alheri. Allah sanya alheri. Kai.
Fatima is in business. Her intentions are already detailed in the business plan developed for her and each beneficiary as part of the pre-grant process.
Allah ya sa mun shiga wannan kungiya. Sai gashi an zo an kawo mana wannan tallafi.
Fatima acquires a grinding machine which she operates from home. Now, most families in the neighborhood need to grind maize, guinea corn and other grains for their staple meals. She has a captive market. She hopes to generate funds from this venture to contribute to her family's upkeep and improve on their present circumstances.
Yanzu dai alhamdulillah da shi nake komai da komai. Ina taimakon yarana da mijina da kuma gidana gabaki daya a cikin wannan kungiya.
Fatima has 5 children of her own, and together with the children of her husband's second wife, they make one large happy family. But they will need the money to keep everyone that way.
With that grinding machine, she can help us even with the soap or with the small ingredient for making comfortable in my house. So I'm very happy as how this program continue, and I thank Almighty Allah that my wife gets some way that we get the incomes.
In Gao Babangida, headquarters of Gurara local government area of Niger State, the rain comes down in torrents. It is the season. However, this POS agent remains open and busy. Among the customers huddled up here are some beneficiaries of the individual grants of the Nigeria for Women project in this community. They are seeking to access their grants. POS terminals have been a blessing to the project. It has enabled beneficiaries in underbanked rural communities to withdraw from their grants easily. Sarah Samuel from Izam Ward is one of them. She makes a living from trading in commodities.
Na je mina na karba 60,000. Na fara sana'a da shi. Kudin da aka ba mu yi kasuwanci da shi. Kada mu doke kudin ya zamanto mu yi lalata da shi.
Crucially, she has got her husband on her side. Sarah already had some experience having done this for a while. She had also been prepared through membership of the Women Affinity Group.
Dama ina zuwan sai buhu biyu ko uku. Sai na zo na samu buhu biyu ko uku. Riba da zan iya samu a rana da zan iya samu ko 4,000 ko 3,000.
Her goal is to enhance her fortunes.
Kokarin yanda nake so kudin ya kara yi min saboda yanda na karba kudin ya kara cin gaba har ya fi wanda nake samu yanzu.
Fatima and Sarah are just 2 out of the thousands of women in Niger State that are getting livelihood grants under the Nigeria for Women project. The individual grant component of the project was formally flagged off in Nigeria at the Gurara Local Government Secretariat on February the 22nd, 2022.
5 states because Akwa Ibom just joined.
Niger State was chosen for the national flag off as it had been the best performing among the 6 states in implementing the project in the country. The state had established 3,600 women affinity groups with 53,000 women in 3 local government areas of Agie, Gurara and Bushishi.
Niger State is a record-breaking state as far as this project implementation is concerned. Niger State was the first state to hit the 2,000 women affinity groups target set by the World Bank of all the states where this project is being implemented. Niger State again is today the first to flag off the individual grant disbursement to about 3,775 women groups.
The WAG members filled the ground and celebrated. They had been looking forward to the promised grant and had done their part by participating actively in WAG activities. These are simple rural women, most of whom have never had 60,000 naira of their own. Nigeria's Minister of Women Affairs, Paul Ntalan, shared in the joy of the beneficiaries. She urged them to use the grants appropriately.
To yau ranar ku ne kowannen su za ta samu 60,000 a account nata. Ba wai na sayan sabon zani ba ne, ba wai na sayi powder ne da kudiya ba, amma domin ya canza rayuwanku da iyalinku. Domin addu'a ya mace shine ta ga yaranta sun je makaranta a cikin lafiya. Ko ba haka ba? I encourage you to ensure wise use of this grant you have received to grow your businesses, to be better mothers, and women of integrity.
Niger State Governor Olaje Sani Bello told the women not to give the grants to their husbands, as he assures them of state government's backing for the project.
Idan mijinki yana kwance bai aiki in ya zo ya ce ki kawo kuɗi ki ce kinki kar ki bashi in ya mara miki ki kawo mana ƙarar shi to kai ba ɗan gaye ba ne wannan kuɗi na sana'a wanda idan kuka yi sana'a da kyau muka gani shine zai ba gwamnati ƙarfin gwiwa ta ƙara yunƙuri saboda sauran mata su samu idan ba ku yi kyau ba za ku kashe wannan tsarin wasu matan da ya kamata su samu ba za su samu ba.
Everybody can attest that the women are happy. And from the onset, they are not just receiving money. They are into one activity or the other. And giving them money, I don't entertain any fear. Like you heard me mentioning earlier, that they are able to save money of their own and boost in their business. So if they are able to do it, and with the support they are getting today, then this is fantastic. I feel awesome, I feel happy, I feel fulfilled. I look forward to monitoring this grant that we've given to them, that they are plowing into their business to see how they can boost. We are not just limiting to the individual, we are looking at a bigger picture, where in the next six months, 1 year, we should be able to link them to the bigger market. Not just selling within their backyard, but linking them to the bigger market. And I can see it happening because you can see the passion in the women.
Since the flag off, disbursement of grants has been going on across the implementing local government areas. 53,000 women from the 3,600 women affinity groups, WAGs, were initially scheduled to receive the individual livelihood grants. However, the number has increased to more than 75,547 as more women clamored for inclusion. Many of them have little formal education and limited financial literacy, so their exposure to business and financial skills through WAG activities was to prepare them to manage their livelihood grants. However, the women also possess a lot of native intelligence with which they daily navigate the rather difficult cultural and economic terrain here. And with the help of barefoot business counselors engaged by the project, they developed business plans as part of the eligibility criteria. It detailed the goal of the respective businesses, amounts required, and period of implementation. Some of the women requested for very modest sums, just what they considered enough to finance their petty businesses, and in some cases, it was as low as 13,400 naira for bean cake processing. Some even asked for more, but nothing beyond the threshold of 60,000 naira.
In most cases, what they are requiring to improve their businesses is not beyond the threshold of the maximum amount that the project is given. Most of them you discover that are into micro business, akara business, hairdressing businesses, and participation in the value chains of agricultural products in their communities. The grants is in various varying amounts from 40 to the maximum of the grants to be received is 60. So depending on what is requested in the business plan of the beneficiaries or the benefiting women.
Disbursement of the grants was through the banking system to ensure transparency. Over 31,199,000 beneficiaries have since received the individual livelihood grants in Agie, Wushishi and Gurara local government areas.
About 31,000 of these women have received these grants across the 3 implementing LGAs.
One of them is Gambu Jafar in Wushishi. She can barely contain her joy as she tells Harun's story.
Ya faɗo mani ƙir in duba wayana kawai na ga Telefi ya ka 60,000 nayi rawa na gode ma Allah aka ce mu je Mina akwai gyare muka je Mina aka yi gyara a Mina cikin ikon Allah da na samu na je Mina na samu na ciro 40,000 na so da na ciro 40,000 din ban kashe ko sisi ba ne kasuwa daga nan ina an sa na wuce kasuwa na je na sawo kaya da na zo na sawo kaya rage 20,000 da na da nan 20,000 din da ya rage na je shagon rabo na je na cire 20,000 din ina cire 20,000 din shi ma ranar juma'a na ƙara zuwa na je na so kai na sa kun gani wallahi din sanadiyan 60,000 din nan wanga abin da aka kawo mana mun gode ma Allah mun ji dadin shi mun yi minna sosai.
A few meters away from her is Ifedayo Ibrahim, and she runs a beauty salon.
I only have dryer and hand dryer and straightener. But when I joined them, I started collecting loan in the women mobilization. I started collecting loan. After then, when they give us the grant, I invest it on my business. And I really appreciate them.
Ludna is an Agrarian community deep in the woods of Rizam, where the women strive to support their families through trading in commodities at the market in nearby Lambata. Sadika Musa is a mother of 8 and she sells rice.
Na gode da minti wanda an kawo mun gode da shi. Saboda mintin ga mu muna yi wahala nan gari. Amma yanzu kamar an fara minti din mun gode da shi. Kudi wanda muna tala muna ba da shi 20,000 muna yi sana da shi. Kuma sana wanda yana yi da shi dama bufu daya ne kuma wuta na ba zai cika min bufu daya ba. Amma yanzu ga ya cika min bufu daya ma. 60,000 wanda an bani a yanzu ma ya fi min haka. Sana wanda yana yi da shi. Mama na ya haife ni ban taba karba kudin gaba ba bani ko ba san ba shi karan gaba.
In Company Tufa, another Agrarian community, we meet the Yeyedulo WAG. Several of the members have received their grants.
Gaskiya ban taba samu irin wannan kudi ba. Amma da yake an zo mana da wani meeting na akwati. Sai aka fara da mu aka ba mu muka sa suna da nake yi. Dama ba ni da wani kwakwaran kudin da nake suna da shi. Gaskiya kudi 60,000 da na samu na gode wa Allah. Na samu kudin nan tun da dama da dawa da nake yi. Ba ni da kudin kirkin da nake saye mudu da shi. Wani rana ina aika saya mudu 2 ko 3. To amma da na samu wannan kudi gaskiya na gode harin aika saya mudu 20 ina ajiye ina diba kadan har na gan kudin nan ya je min gaba gaskiya na gode.
However, this old lady, Laraba Sylvester, who sells locust beans, listens wistfully. She wears a rather long face. Her circumstance is different. She's one of those yet to receive their own grants. The local government field supervisors reassures her that it will soon come. Many of the women here are also yet to receive their grants. Under State Coordinating Unit, is sorting it all out. It has been a learning curve.
A typical woman in our community will have one name she bears at home, one name she bears in the community, and one name that is reflecting in her identity, which is the voter's card or the national ID card. And at the point of account opening, some of these women give the names they bear at home, which is not the name that is reflecting in their identity. That is part of the challenge. We are in constant communication with the bank. We recognize that this is a situation that is obtainable in all the 3 implementing LGAs.
The project has a grievance redress mechanism to address all challenges that arise, including difficult husbands demanding for a share of the grant.
The challenges we faced is some thoughts the government will come back again to collect, the project will come back again to collect back the money they gave them. And the husband thought this money is meant for them, not for the wives alone.
However, positive social change seems to be setting in. Most men appear to be shifting grounds now, seeing the real change happening in their neighborhoods. The disbursement of the grants has had a profound influence on the thinking around here.
See how the life goes on with softness and other things. Even some moderners, they don't want their wives to go out because of our Islamic. But if they are going out with good faith, that one is not touched by this thing. Even me, I'm just leave her to go and doing that program because it's not a bad program.
Wallahi suna rage mana nauyi sosai da sosai. Wallahi tallahi wannan tallafin mu kan ba mu ma so ma ya tsaya. Wallahi tana taimaka min da kuma sai mun ciwo bashi wani wuri.
The women have also been getting more financial empowerment as women affinity groups have been holding their share out across 3 local government areas. This is the culmination of their financial year, and at each WAG, the weekly contribution to compulsory savings and social fund by members, as well as the little interest accruing from loans, is put together. It is shared out among members on the basis of their contributions. The first share out was in Agie local government area, where the first WAG was established. The famous box, which has become synonymous with WAGs, is opened up and the cash content evacuated. The records have been diligently kept to ensure there is transparency. The contribution of each member is meticulously tallied, evidenced by the number of stamps on her passbook. It is presented to her. It is her savings for the year. The lowest dividend paid out here is 5,016 naira. The highest is 43,681 naira. And it is a joyous moment for these women. From Agie to Gurara local government areas, the process is repeated as each WAG got to the 1-year threshold, and the emotion is the same.
Bismillahi Allah. Mun gode ma Allah da ya kawo mu wannan rana ta yau ta kungiyar tashi tsaye ka nemi na kan Allah ya sa ma tashi tsaye albarka. Yanda na zuba Allah ya sa na a shiga kuɗi da hannuna. Allah ya gode maka.
I left with 45. I myself, I used the money buying things again, going market, selling like corn, guinea corn, melon.
Mun buɗe akwati. Kuma da muka samu alhamdulillah na ƙara a sana'a na. Dai ina don a da ina yin kwano kamar 3 ne 4 da amma da aka buɗe akwati na shilon to alhamdulillah zan iya kwano 10 haifin haka ma. Kuma alhamdulillah muna samun kasuwa yanzu. Saboda ina cin bashi ne a mutum da an shi wannan lamɗa kuma aka buɗe akwati na samu to ban zuba bashi. Ina sai a miya da kuɗi na hannu kuma ina tanadin wani a gida saboda yanzu mu akwati wallahi alhamdulillah.
The finances of WAC members have been bolstered. The combination of their share-out proceeds and individual grant is increasing the capital the women have for their economic ventures. As at December 2021, the savings of WAGs stood at 324.97 million naira, while the total value of the grants being disbursed to women in Niger State is 4.1 billion naira. These funds are coming into a local economy that has been struggling and in need of critical stimulus. The increased financial flow into rural communities is giving local markets and the local economy some bounce, and the ripple effect is trickling down and making a profound impact in significant areas of family life.
A cikin kuɗin nan mun ji daɗin shi muna ta sana'a mu yara ma marayu na tare da ni duk cikin muke ci cikin muke sha kuma muna bukata kuma wallahi yana tahiya. Gaskiya ba karamin ci gaba ya kawo muna sosai saboda da an shiga cikin wani kangi lalura ba maza ba mata. Gaskiya da ba maza ba mata mun shiga cikin wani lalura na wani matsala to da wanga abin ya zo kan wallahi ya ruhe muna komi.
In our town generally, the time when this money enter the account, see how the women, even the husband that they don't want our wife to going out, you see them happy, see how the people say, which kind of program did this? Say, what happened? Say, I see the money, just they send that 60,000 naira in the account. In this this thing, how the life be suffered. So they are happy, even the community general, they are happy. Any corner where you go, say, Kai, even this program, they put men. We join the queue.
Gaskiya ce za rayuwar mu. Gaskiya mun gode. Tunda 100 din mun samu ba ko da muka raba wancan an ban 60 na kara har 100 na kai yanzu. Ai na gode ya tunda da rayuwa na har da gidan na ma ya canza min gaskiya. Tunda yanzu biya kudin makaranta ban yi wahala kuma yanzu. Da ina samu wahala da zan biya kudin makaranta amma yanzu ban samu ma gidan ban samu ba saka na cire daga wajen riba na san ba su je makaranta. Ai na samu cin gaba a wajen.
The project keeps an eye on how the beneficiaries apply the grants and continues to provide support through the WAGs, which remain in business. The women have big dreams of what they can accomplish with the grants.
In the next 1 year, by God's grace, I want my shop to be more enlargement than this.
Gaskiya gurin da na sa gaba na ina son wata rana na yi gurmi din ya yi min kitin da ina son yi min kyau na ban fata yi min munamuna ko wata rana za a dauko nan a kai gaba da mota mai zai ifaki a kufan gidana ya zai dauka ya kai gaba.
This is the common aspiration and the ultimate outcomes the project anticipates: an improvement in the livelihood incomes of the women. However, these are early days yet, and ultimately the outcomes will depend on how these beneficiaries turn around their grants in order to turn their lives around. Then, and only then, can the singing and dancing hit higher notes.